We're still back, or we're back at it, I guess, as it were. I don't even know which one it is. There's a set here? Like, I guess if he leads here, I'd have to fold, right? Jack, Jack 3. If he leads here, I have to fold. I don't think he has a flush draw here. But I mean, that doesn't make sense. Let's give it up. It's this one here. This one here. Oh, it's this one over here that we've missed. Okay. Okay, so there we go. All right, back at it. It was checked around on the flop. I led on the turn. He called. So we got a hit here. This is going to be a check. I don't like this hand a whole lot, but this is a raise fold kind of hand. We need to hit to win here. I'm just trying to get rid of this guy. I hit it, so there's no reason to not keep going. So the jack hits, the king hits, right? So this guy's looking to trap here, right? And that's good that he does that, right? He gives a free shot to kick to the nuts on that. I want him to hit his king, right? Now it's thin like that, but there's other routes. The fact that this guy doesn't lead at it either, take a shot at, get out of the way. It's fine. We have pocket eights, so we're going to do the exact same thing that we just did. Right, it's three of us again. Pressure. It's raise or fold. We hit it, so there's no reason not to c-bet here. We don't want any hearts. We don't want a queen. We don't want any of that. But we'll put this guy all in now. 45.3. Put the guy all in. Got it, you got it. Oh, look at that. So we get him to pay us off, which is what we're trying to do. That's why we bet like that. Snap bet it. Nowhere's this guy ahead. This guy puts us into third place in this tournament. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking here. Streamlabs, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right, so back to what I was saying here. Let's focus on this tournament for just a second here. So Voorhees here, one of the things he talks about in his book is dropping bombs, right? He doesn't talk a lot about strategy earlier on, or a position and where to be and things to do and whatnot. But he does say here, try this the next time you go to, and he's talking about cash specifically. Try this the next time you go to your cash game. Raise blind. The next three hands, the first three hands that you play, just raise. Raise. See what happens. And it changes the action, right? Rich Tongue is putting some push here, and I hit this. And now he's just trying to, right? So I'm just doing exactly this mentality right now. We're live again. Yes, we are. I'm just dropping bombs left, right, and center on these guys. Right? I had the ace queen from out of position, big blind. I have the pocket eights on position. I have jack nine, and I hit it. Now I'm just dropping bombs on these guys, and they're getting out of the way. Right? Because I'm showing that I got gamble. I'm willing to get in there. Right. All right, I'm not sure where I left off on the last one there. Champagne. Two types of learners. Learn by showing you, learn by doing. It's usually a combination of the two. You just got to find out which kind of learner you are. Right? I think I shared this the other day about Plato and Republic in the Cave. It's not about speaking in a language that I understand. It's about speaking in a language in a way that you understand. Because if you don't understand it, then the conversation is just me talking. So that doesn't really work. So again, you can. I think you kind of skip through that those earlier chapters right away because we know and understand. But it's just depending on where you're at with levels. It is break time. 4 minutes. Is that right? Yeah, we're on break here. Yeah, there we go. Now we're starting to kick off. Break time. 4 minutes. Go get your jumping jacks done. Go get your sit-ups. Go get your push-ups. Back in 4 minutes. Right back. And make sure you come back with a full glass of water. we need to hydrate in here. 4 minutes, right back. All right, back at it. We're just gonna keep the bomb dropping going here. All right, so Voorhees talks about dropping bombs, right? And then you see that things kind of changed a little bit, right? I dropped so many bombs up here, 4 bombs in a row, and they kind of go, and they just get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. The first 3, like you're lying sack of poop. But when you show that set and you go bang bang against them, then they kind of, he did have the goods, and you get it all, right? Because people just want to make it into the money, and it makes them feel good. Over here it starts raise 2, raise 2, raise 2. This is standard. It's got a lot of chips here, right? But I'm out of position with inferior hands. I'm not going anywhere. Over here I'm getting shit thrown at me, right? But this is a good hand. He has to have a better than average hand. This is usually like aces or kings, right? To limp under the gun like that. Now, not on this site necessarily, but that's one of the plays. It's so 1995 to do that. And maybe even that's so 2005. I used to do it. Who Cares and I used to do that when we played the limit all the time because we're looking for free cards. Or no, not this case. But people still employ this, and now I'm not shocked or surprised. And now I'm trying to clip those on my stream. I'm trying to clip these on the stream so that I'm like, yes. And then I'm going to put a bunch of these clips together and should run that over the break. Instead of having just a static picture, we can actually run a commercial. I like the fact that these guys throw shit at me. It's good. Because it means that I'm doing something right. Right? They want to see cheap flops, and I don't want them to see cheap flops. Back to Caro here. Right? In this book specifically, he says it is your job to figure out what your opponent is attempting to do, and do the opposite. Disappoint them by doing the opposite. If they want a cheap flop, you should not give that to them. I have lots of chips. You should not give them a cheap flop. So now we're trying to drop bombs over here. We don't want any of that. That's a pretty good flop, right? So we know exactly where we're at, but he has to hit. We don't. We don't feel bad that we missed. Right? He's putting his whole tournament life at risk there. Oh, okay. So I was thinking about I don't know what I was thinking about. I was thinking about like life. That's a word. All right. So we got a little bit of pushback here. Oops, I flipped over. Got a little bit of pushback on this one. Now he's in position. He's going to do this with a whack ton of hands, right? All of which are ahead of us. Any pairs he's going to do that with, ace king, ace queen, ace jack, we can't beat any of it. So now we have to hit to win. We just get out of the way. And we can see the flop that we are confirmed in our assessment. But even if we hit that, we still wouldn't. It's still the right fold, right? And what if there's a king? Because he's going to do this with ace king. Now the king comes, and now we're not sure if our jack is good. That's one of those you have to hit twice kind of hands. You don't want to do that. Twitu, we are out of position. For one, we close the action. We'll call it off. We swing and a miss. Right? Let's come back over to this one. So now we're going to do the same thing. We actually have a decent hand here, but because we dropped so many bombs, no one's going to believe that we actually have a good hand here. My internet was down for 5 minutes. Everything since you got back. Yeah, I understand. I'm glad it's not just me. We will be raising this up a little bit. We have two bigs here. I'll just call this. We're out of position, so Rich Tongue is looking for it. We're a gut shot flush draw. And a snap fold here. Oops. We will be all in over on this one. We prefer the flush, but I'm not really sure that... This is the problem with playing these shitty hands, right? You never know where you're at with this stuff. It was a snap fold, so now we have to bet here. I guess if he jams it, what do we do if he jams it? We're still going to have to call it off because we have a flush. Right? Just play your hand face up. Just play it face up. Yeah, right? Same. This is why I don't like playing these shitty hands to begin with. Just play it face up. He's got it, he's got it. Away it goes. Over here, must be the bounties kicking in here, right? I'm currently 10th out of 421. So lots of play in here. What did Rich Tongue have here? He had ace-6, so ace-6. So he raised pre-flop with his ace-6 and kept going, right? We have position, so we're going to do it, but he's got three people. He's got 4 people he's got to play against with his ace-6. So this is raising with his ace-6 is the ace-4, right? You're never going to get a better ace to hit, so now you have to hit to win. Like most things, I think I've tried to structure my life in a way of building a house. You have to have a strong foundation. So in order to build a strong foundation, you have to know what the foundation is going to be built of. Physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual. Right? So I've encouraged my kids to go to school, to get an education, whether that's in the trades, whether that's a university education, some sort of education that will help them, give them experience, give them some skills. I've also encouraged them to travel, which is part of the emotional piece. Right? Okay, so let's those 4 things. No, this is a draw. Right? This is not a flush. This is a draw. That's a terrible raise. It's worse that this guy called it off. That should not be a draw there. He should raise up and not all in like that, because you can't get paid by anyone, right? We're just betting enough to put this guy all in. He's already all in over here. Running flush, that's nice. He'll take it down. He'll get a little bit of side pot. Nice. So I encourage my kids to take 2 different activities every semester. They had to participate in some sort of physical activity, some sort of sporting activity. It didn't have to be wrestling or football or sprint or like soccer. They can choose whatever it is they want. What I didn't allow them to do is to quit after 3 days. or 3 practices because it's hard, because it's tough. No, you get to choose whatever sport you want, but you are signed up for the season. You committed to that, you choose, but I don't want to even do it. Pick one that you want to do, that you like, because you have to build that house. You have to be physical. You have to have, and then they had to do some sort of like craft activity. No matter what it was, but they had to do some sort of craft activity. So my son took up not basket weaving. He took up computer science, right? Robotics, building robotics. Ardro, I think that's just one of the languages. Oh, I won. I won a bounty there. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Shnikey. Yay. And then he took an art class. Oh, I won 2. Shut the front door, 1.24. So then he took an art class, but he had to do 2 things. He says, well, okay, I guess I'll play soccer again. Okay, that's fine. Because it's the physical, right, the sport, the intellectual, which is coupled with the emotional, but that's the art class. Spiritual, I mean, we talked about religion. Oh, that's a good hand here. Putting some pressure on the guy. Right? We raise here and then we raise back at him because we're in position. And this happens a lot, but you can only do that with a decent hand. And we talked about what his mom and I thought about God. If there is a God, what we can do about that? How do we take care of? How do we address? Whatever that looks for you, you should do the same thing, right? And be okay with the decisions that you make. And then the last one is emotional. We teach our children how to deal with life's difficulties. And one of which is, well, if you're going to sign up for the course, whatever the course is, you do not get to quit. You signed up, you picked it, you signed up, you're in there till it's done. So it's only 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it is. And you're out, move on to the next one. But you got to keep doing this over and over and over again. And they learn resiliency by knowing that that they signed up, that they have to, that they're committed, right? And it teaches them that mental resiliency. University degree is not about teaching you what to think. It's teaching you how to think. But more importantly, the universities don't give your boss doesn't care what it is your university degree's in. They don't care about your grades. What they want to see is that you are tenacious enough to get some sort of thing and stick with it the whole time. Right? That's what they want to know. That's what universities are being conditioned to do now. What they should be doing is teaching you how to think. Not what to think, but how to think. That's why you have to take a lot of courses in a lot of different subjects. What's this here? Big blind. I'll get out of the way. I've got 70 bigs, but this is over a third of my stack against this, and I still have a draw here. So let's get out of the way. We'll let someone else handle it. This should not be a fold. This guy should be in here. What a great fold, right? This should be a big hand. I'm just going to get out of the way with this. Yay! Now we're open-ended here, so we will lead on this. So this is the second time this guy's bet, and we've done this against him. If he jams it, we will pop that off. I mean, I don't like it, but we'll pop it off. No, he's just going to fold. We did hit this as well. I hope he does it again here. That'd be awesome. especially because we just keep getting these ones, right? Oh no, he didn't. Tech didn't call that off. We're getting close here, by the way. Hello, who cares? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. I was just talking about you, actually. So what hand does this look like here, right? We can call this off, but we're just kind of set like link. This is an ace for sure, but I mean we're not going to take that risk, right? We're not going to give that up with our pocket pair. He had to hit, we didn't. You think he's just calling there with his pocket aces? There's zero chance he's doing that. So we just get out of the way. What are we at here? I'm 13th out of 334. I'm still just going along here with some bounties. Got a couple bounties in there. This one here, we're about 14 minutes away from both of these two tables finishing up. What is this one? Got to make it into day 2. So that's when the rebuy is over in 15 minutes. 144 people. And the tournament's over when 15% of the field remains. So we're about 144 right now. So let's say 150. No, 140. That's easier. We can do that one. 10% is 14, and then half of 14 is 7. So right now, when 21 people are left, we'll be done this tournament-ish. Right? So we're looking for 20 here. 20 is the magic number. Over here, this is for a ticket. This is the same sort of thing. It's when the field is down to 15. 15%. But there's only 100 people in this tournament, so it's we're about 15 or 16 people, where this is 21. Who cares is here. Go check them out. Let's make sure we get some goodies in there. Who cares? Mod extraordinaire, streamer extraordinaire, friend extraordinaire, solid guy all around. One of the shiniest heads in the Calgary area. Just keep ripping this up. What are we at here? Oops, you know what? I didn't check. And I didn't even notice. 420 people get paid. I didn't even put that in there. Shizen. I'm gonna go. I was about 4th rebuy. No, I'm not gonna put the rebuy because I don't remember where I was at with the rebuy. In the money is 7th out of 420. It's close enough, right? It's because I'm 19th right now. I was close enough. It's sometimes that's good enough. It's only for $1 anyway. What am I in for this one? 4? I'm in for 3 bullets on this one. Ace Queen 5-6. Oh, 5-6 is going to hold up here. 5-6 is going to knock out 2 peoples. Love it. I didn't have a lot of chips over here, right? So he's going to get one. Okay, so the big bucker is gone in this one. It's $200. You can see there's a $160 left and one $20 ticket left. We are just going again here. I think he called this, actually. I do believe that he called that. Yeah, he's got Jack Queen, so I trapped him in. He's only had one pair, and I trapped him in there with that. So behind start to finish. This one's a pretty good flop as well for us. I do believe that I raised to 2 bigs pre-flop, and everyone called, and then I just c-bet, right? So it's a pretty good flop. We got out of the way on the other 2 tables. I also want to. Oh, look at that! Snap call with Jack 10 because he thought King Jack. Or he just showed it. We didn't have to show, so that's good. Yay. Who cares? I fucking hate this new search engine, the way it's set up. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Coming into the crap weather here. It's supposed to be nice this weekend. And then out of nowhere, some really strong winds, so big storms coming in. It's going to be shit. Thursday, it's -14 today. It's high of -26 tomorrow. High of -24 on Friday. The next 7 days. It was supposed to be like -8. That's not anywhere close. Oh, they shifted over to Saturday. -7 on Saturday. 4-7. This is a pretty good flop here, right? Again, with my 7-4, I would have been all in. I would have taken out both of these guys because I would have flopped a straight. Early next week, it is 5 degrees on Tuesday, 0 on Wednesday. So Tuesday is going to be super duper sloppy, just so you know. Doing keys over there. What do we got here? Let's get out of the way of this. We're just round and round. We're not picking up hands, or at least not going with the hands now. 20th. This one. 20th out of 257 here. And we have just a couple of 7 minutes are left in the rebuy periods for these ones. I like, so dropping bombs, right? I like what John Voorhees is saying here. I've actually got a couple of his books. And I think you can implement some of the strategies he's suggesting in that book, which work well in a cash game. They don't work well in a tournament. So the things that you do in a tournament, you can do in a cash game. The things you do in a cash game, you cannot do in a tournament. And that's an important distinction. Write that down. That's important. The things you do in a tournament, you can do in a cash game. The things you do in a cash game, you can't do in a tournament. Raised here and then cold called this from out of position. In fact, they both cold called this. So we're going to chunk a fairly large portion of our chips in here. And just take it down because that hits us. So wondering why you're not on Kick? That's the gambling streaming site. Welcome in, Isabel. She's a fellow streamer on World of Warcraft. Let's go check her out. Because I like this one. Right? Look at that. 3 outers and they just hit all the way around it. Love it. It's going to get lots of chips here, but if I have him covered, I'm going to get all the other chips from these two guys. Yeah. That's good, but I know where I'm at with this, right? Who cares? He can't possibly play that hand, right? Oh, I got a $3 there. Oops. Shies in. I got $3 from this knockout over here and 62 cents from this one over here. He gets the 62 cents. All right, let's add another one on there. So we're at 324. Oh, I'm at 424. 424. Yes. Twitch streams lots of different channels. Kick does lots of different channels. And one of the things that what is happening over here? One of the things that is what's going on this one? Like this one. So Caro is page 23 here, right? This is what we're looking for at this point. We should lead this guy to at least call here as he closes the action. We're looking to set mine. We don't hit any of that, so we'll check it to him. Check raise, maybe? That's a good call. That's a pretty good card for us. He could have king queen. Queen jack, I guess. I think like a 9 of hearts is probably going to be the best one. It's a deuce. Whew. Dear diary. Giggity giggity. Let's come over to this one here. This is oh, sorry. I had to. I turned a set on this one. I called this guy and I turned a set. And this one over here, we have the best starting hand in poker. Right, so we're doing okay on this one. Again, I take the format. Just play your hand face up. Oh, I would have flopped a set there as well. But we're only 2 minutes away, so people are trying to make it into the rebuy, trying it right, so we can put some pressure on these guys. We actually have a fairly decent hand. I mean, we're never folding to this. But if one of these guys comes over the top, we'd probably fold this. It's a good starting hand. Right, chunk it in there. It's 50-50. Now he takes a little bit of a lead. Now he's behind. He's behind by a whole lot here. So we get some chips in there. Under the gun, we show everyone else that we have good hands over and over and over again. Keep digging down. Dear diary. Giggity giggity. What else do we have here? And so we take it down with our deuce because we're out of position, right? What other hand would we have to do that with other if it wasn't an 8? Right? Where is this? I had the name wrong, incorrect. Wait, what happened here? Why did that not work? Well, maybe it did work, but I've got something on the background. Let's turn this down. Stop for just a second. We're going to get out of the way of this because we don't have any of that. What's this one over here? Nope. Who cares? We got no sound on the sound effects board. So who cares is just the extraordinaire, right? He does a shit ton of stuff here, way more, way better than I do. Excuse me, duplicate tab. Get out of the way of this one. Let's run an ad as well. didn't pick it up. All right, so we're out of the rebuy period now. Let's mark these down. And we're out of rebuy in that one as well. There is 165 people in this $11 event. Oh, that's not right. 65. This is not an $11. This is a 220 event. I'm 11 of 165 on that one. Oops, undo. And I'm 25th of 86 over here. Okay, why is this doing this? Just need one of these. Is it the sound effects? This is good. This is going to be a full tier. We're out of the rebuy. Well, that's a right. We can see we hit some of that. We're just going to fold this as well. I mean, hitting the queen on the river is just gin, right? We can't beat any of that. We would have turned this guy, but we would have had to been all in. That's fine, right? There's nothing wrong with that. The sound effects board is it doesn't have sound, but I wonder if it's effects animations. No, probably this one up here actually. Turn off the animations, advertising, status, video capture, Firebot. Just get rid of this. Remove Firebot from everything. This is a pretty good flop as well. Yeah, we would have swung and a miss on that one. That's a good fold. What's this one? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 start stops on Hippie Elf's Discord. It's crazy. All right, what it is what it is. Vasquez still going hard over there. We'll get in on his marker here. Again, same thing. We called with the ace or with the pocket eights, and we have ace king this time. It's just a swing and a miss. We could check raise, right? But if he's got it, he's got it. We'll just quietly fold here. No one will know the better. None the wiser, as it were. Queen is by far and away the best card here. No matter what queen it is, we would still call off with any queen. We'll get out of the way. Let these two guys, again, our hand's too good for this. Just get out of the way. How many 8-9s do people have here? Right, and so he hits it. Let's see what, oops. Let's see what this guy had here, shall we? Let's look together. He has ace-9, right? So we're good. We're avoiding a couple outs here. We're avoiding 9 outs. That's a better position than I thought we had. Do we call this off? Yeah, we call that off. Let's get rid of that guy. All in. Push these other guys out. We got 6 outs. We hit it. We hit the 6 outer. Oh, now he's drawing dead. All right, that happens sometimes, and that's what happens when you get a big stack. Right? You can do that. So come over here, we're doing the same thing. 120, 160, and 410s left. And we have a 5, but you should not show those cards, right? You don't want to show that you're playing big hands, or that you're having a big laydown. You just do that. You give out information and you get nothing in return. We get the information, we see what they have. We don't want to give up that information, which is why I didn't show the ace king over here, the pocket eights. Just slow slide it in there, and everyone is none the wiser, as it were. Let's pay out over here is the qualification to day 2. Let's do some math here. When 15, they've done the math already. There's 165 people in this tournament. They've already calculated that its tournament is over when 25 players remain. This tournament's over when 18 players remain. This one I'm 16 out of 117, and I'm 15 out of 80 over here. This one I am 67th of 165. We're still just going around. This will be the last end of the stream here, by the way. At 1 o'clock, we will be going over to view, listen, participate with 888 Poker TV. Both of these are what? 2-day events. So this making into day 2 is a 40,000 guarantee day, and this is a $15,000 guarantee day. But you have to make, 5,000. My bad, 5,000. Because this is a 220 buy-in, and this is an $11 buy-in. So you got to make it into day 2. Over on this one, I already have a day 2. It starts on Sunday at 1 o'clock. I think it was a 350 ticket. I made it in day 2. I'm not doing so well in that tournament. Of the 111 people that were in there, 113 people, I was 92. I wasn't very good on that one, but it is what it is. Now we're just trying to find a hand, and we're all going to be all in. This guy jams, we'll call it. Squeeze game's got position on us. When it gets down to it, I'm going to start looking up some of these guys here. In fact, I'm going to look up Rich Tongue right now. I'm going to use my shark scope on this guy. I haven't done any today. Rich. Oops. Make sure you're on the right one. It's Party Poker, but it's on the Ontario site and not the global site. Sorry, you have to be on the global site, not the Ontario site. My bad. Sorry about that. Let's get out of the way. So we take this one down. It's got 3 outers over there. I'm thinking that he's not going to be calling us off. Oh, well, first off, make sure you're on the right website. It's Party Poker that we're on. Excellent. All right, so let's mark this guy up and make a note on this guy. And this is a good time to share what I found out. He's a shark. Shark Scope says that he has played 2,000 tournaments and that he is up $26,000. That's a pretty good player. Yeah, we want to give this guy lots of leeway. He was down a little bit. Let's say the first like 200 somewhere in that range. He went up a little bit, like the first 5 tables. He went up $12, and then he's been down. Tournament 154. He was down $1,300. Went up a little bit here. 260, 263, 300, 270. Okay, so this one here. Oops, let's get out of the way of this. Sorry, I was focusing elsewhere. On game 270, he's down $283. The next game, he's up 400. So he won like, what is that, $700 or something on that one tournament. And once he hit that game on, he hit 2 here. He hit game 270. He's down $283. Game 282. He's up 400. So he hit here, and then he's never looked back. He wins 4,200 in the Sunday Carnival 30,000 guarantee. That would be kind of like this one. This is a 40,000 guarantee. He finishes first of the day 2. A little bit later on, he finishes second out of 400 players for 2,700. He finishes first out of 83 for 1,200 at some sort of daily tournament. It's 5,800 on the same sort of thing, a 40,000 guarantee. He wins a 5,800. This is a long story short. This guy's a solid player. Give this guy a wide berth. Okay, what do we got over here? I don't like this hand, but we close the action, so we'll do it. But no, and we cover both of these guys. So if we get a favorable flop, we can pound it out here, right? But we did not get a favorable flop, so this is what it is. Aaron Barone is streaming right now, so I'm just going to pop into his Twitch real quick. We'd be looking for some run good. Aaron Barone right now is in for $6,066 today with 0 buy-ins. I heard him say somewhere before, like, why should I? Maybe I should give it the other way, because those numbers would be astronomical, right? What do you? If he's in for $6,000 a day, and he's not done yet, but let's assume he's in here for $6,000 a day. What is that in a week? You can do the math, right? So that, assuming he's just playing 5 days a week, that's in for $30,000. And $30,000 times by 4 is $120,000 a month. 10 months of the year, he's in for 1.2 million. So his buy-ins are 1. Oh, we have a big hand here. Let's come over to this one. We have a big hand over here. Oh, we just take it down right away. Boom. Can't let these guys push you around. Right? You want in there, you gotta fight for those pots. Not letting you in. I'm not letting this guy in cheap, so I have to raise here. And because we're going to be out of position for the whole hand, one of the simple mathematics of it. Oh, well, this is the wrong one. Is to bet enough to put the guy all in. I'll get out of the way of these ones. Oh, here it is. This, you want to know what it is? The formula. I used a simple formula, but it doesn't have to be simple. What is Squeeze game doing over here? What is Squeeze doing over here? We're gonna just call off one over here. So when you're out of, well, what doesn't matter what it is, the betting structure. 3 times the big blind plus 1 blind for every caller that's in there, plus 1 to 3 bigs juice. Be a good call here? No. If not, there it is. There's the formula. Number of players are calling, bet on the turn, bet on the river, this, and there's the formula. There it is. Then you get all the chips in there. And this is something that I came up with all on my own. I didn't have any help. I just wrote this down to thinking it through. I just don't want you to think that I don't have it here. What I should have done is put a date on this. But that's not really the point. Who cares? Came up with that several years ago at this point. And we talked about, and we've talked about this formula at great length. And our last visit we had a couple weeks ago now, which we should be starting to think about at least. Who cares? Think about getting together again for lunch. It's been a bit. The formula has made some adjustments now, right? I shared with you that I played last year, recorded, documented 1,970 tournaments. We can extrapolate on the other tournament that the other 3 months that I have another 600, which puts me at about 2,600 tournaments. Plus I have the sit and goes that I didn't record. Right, so you can kind of figure out how many hands that is and whatnot. But in all of that, we can extrapolate that the formula is a little bit too restrictive. You have to take make bigger bets to achieve, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But most, like on this site, very few people will do that. Especially now they won't do that, but they'll limp a fuck ton of cards. So you should make bigger bets, right? But if they hit any piece of it, they're not going to go away. So you can't bluff them. So betting enough pre-flop to get in there is a step in the right direction, but you can't bluff it because these guys are not going to go away, right? So you have to hit to win. So even with your ace king, what hand are you playing? You still want to raise with your ace king, but if you miss, then you have to give it up. So then if you have to give it up, then you don't need to bet. Right? Does that make sense? So that formula is in there. Again, who cares is such a math kind of guy that he got that figured out. Let's put some pressure over here. What do we got over here? So we're just listening to Aaron Barone right now talk about he's doing the same sort of thing that I say with Torelli, right? He's putting the peoples in a funnel situation. He's funneling the hand down. If they're playing this way, then you can compensate by doing this, right? I close the action with this shit hand, this cheese hand, so I'll call it off. But again, it's a swing and a miss. You have to hit both of these cards super well. And if you don't, then you just swing and a miss and get out of the way. We won't be listening too long there. We'll get out of the way of this. This should not be an ace here. But we can't even beat the jack, so we'll just get out of the way of that. Oops. Who cares? I encourage you to, depending what your day is looking like, I encourage you to come into 888 Poker and try and win some tickets. with us. Champagne Poker and I will be. I'm positive Champagne Poker and I will be in there. This one's different now. Now I'm further. It's like I still close the action, but this one's different. I don't close the action though, so I just get out of the way of it. Let's give an update here. I'm 60th of 124 here. Still looking for there's 4 $10 bounties, which are pretty good. But we're going to try to make a deep run elsewhere. But we really want the bounties. This one over here, I'm 22 of 99, and 25 make the players. So we got to lose 75% of the field. I'm 10th out of 63 over here. 18 make the money, so we've got to lose about 60% of the field. I've got about 2.5 minutes until the break. In that time, we gotta get some. We're gonna be all in over here because we have depending. Well, let's see what these two guys do first. This could very well be a raise fold hand. Who cares? Let's put this on the agenda. Let's talk about this. This could be a raise fold hand. If it gets to checked around to me, right? If it's folded around to me, then it'll be an all-in against these guys. But if one of these two guys calls, then we have to discuss what is the best play here. I vaguely recall this name. We don't have to have the best hand here, but we have to make these guys take a shot, and if they miss, they're out of the tournament. Right? That's why we're doing it. Now this is good odds for this guy to call when he calls. Same thing, right? Pocket nines, so we need a 10 here. Ace 10. No, so we gambled and it went the wrong way. So now we're on the flip side of that coin that we were just talking about. Now we can't bet it off. Right? Can't gamble this shit up. Yeah, 1 minute until the break. 1 minute. Aces versus Ace King. Squeeze game takes it down over here. Joker's a solid player. That was oops. Joker was a solid player over here. He jammed Ace King and gets called by Squeeze Game's aces, as you would expect. Okay, we can close some of these things off. Sprague's on. He's another pro over in Europe. He married a woman out of Vancouver, or out of Las Vegas. Marley something or another. Yeah. We got 8 seconds. So these will be the last hands. We gotta get the last push-ups done. Go get them done. Right. Or Ace King versus.
Might just be the worst, but it's probably
8-5.
I mean, it could be a flush.
Break.
Block those and
This is also break. We're out of these, so we're gonna go for a break. 4 minutes. Get your push-ups done. Get your jumping jacks done. Get a fresh glass of water. We'll see you back here in 4 minutes. All right, back at it.
One of the two, one.
These are the end of the tournaments that we're playing for today anyway.
Late reg ends in half an hour, so we still have some
So we
time
got,
before the
I'm not doing very well in this, so I should be out of this fairly quick.
But we've got,
3 bigs,
you
I'm
know, we got some
104th
stacks,
of
we're doing
103, so no matter what my hand is, I should expect to get at least 1 or 2 calls. This is going to be good enough to be all in with 3 bigs, so we're going to chuck it in there. It is what it is.
We do have a lot
This one over here, I'm
today, so
25th
it'll
of
be
98 and 24th of
those
98.
days.
We need to lose 75% of the field. 10th of 68 over here and 18 make it, so we've got to lose about 60% of the field. Should get called wide here.
And I'm gonna.
Right, we like the call here. It's better for him to raise all in, I think, to ISO.
What's that? 320 winner.
So Victor's for sure going to call us off, and now this guy's going to be in trouble because of
Be
Victor.
right back.
Just calls it. Let's see what's over here. Right, I'd be calling this off for 20 bigs here. Call it off. It's 1.8. You get to see what all the cards are. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you don't. Luck is a subjective thing, of course, but you know what I'm trying to say. What do we got over here? Just folding over this. Still gotta get some action going on here. Oops. Let's look at this one. This is an ace 4. This is a fold. Just keep playing along here. This guy's still away from the table is what it is. Well, we have live cards. We have 2 over cards to the board. Now we turn a straight draw. It goes check, check all the way down. We should be out. Yeah, see? And we're going to be out of this tournament. Nothing wrong with that. I'm happy with that result. Out in 101 for 576. Sweet. What's this one over here? We'll close this action. We'll check this out. We flop an open ender. Oops. We're over here. We flop an open ender. We'll call it for 1. We still have an open ender. And this guy's jamming with the old schooler here. Question is, how good is that hand going to be? Now let's get out of the way. Pocket 8s versus pocket queens. This is why you get out of the way. Dear diary. Giggity giggity. He's trying to ISO me, I guess. Hopefully that this guy has ace king and he can go against that.
I think early in my career, I realized there are going to be times where I make calls that are going to be
Less profitable.
they're going to make the chat active one way or another. You're going to be the hero or an idiot. And
Let's switch this over.
it's not
Maybe
just calls, sometimes it's bluffs, right?
let's get this one.
And early I realized, like, all right, well, if I'm not comfortable doing it, then streaming is going to be real bad for me. If I'm not comfortable living with the outcomes of, I make this call because I think it's good. If it works in chat, you know, if it works, chat loves it, awesome, great. But when he shows me a 6 there, and I go, all right, fine, whatever. Like,
Oops, this is the wrong one.
it's
This
gonna be the
didn't
double
do what I
whammy of
wanted to
someone in
do.
Chat being like, LOL, King Jack, I can't believe you play high stakes.
There we go.
Or mid stakes, or poker at all for a living.
What do we have over here? So we got to change this one because we did make the
Hello,
money.
Hangry Asian. Glad to see you lurking in here.
Jorge Pira is over here. Let's see what Jorge has to say. Our note on Jorge
Hungary.
says
4 months up. Thank you very
okay,
much.
we're going to change this one. 1.2K. Oops. So in August? Yeah, I think this is in August of last year. Sharkscope has him playing 1,200 tournaments. He's up $250. I'm gonna keep going here.
All right.
29th of 96. 15th of 56. Just keep it going, right? Just round and round we go.
Okay.
Let's come over and check out 888 Poker. They are going on right now. Jack Matei. I have no idea who that is. But obviously, he was good enough that they thought put him in there. So
I mean, I posted a tweet of like the last 5 years of.
all right, going to close off that one. We're going to 3-bet again. It's a couple times we've done this against Sunset Superman. But Pocket Jacks is our at the bottom of our range for raising here. Question is, if he jams over top, are we folding our jacks into that? No. So we'll just take that down. Dear diary. What's over here? Who cares? Still playing. Let's run an ad. Is this me?
Giveaways, in fact.
10 giveaways, he's saying.
Giveaway 10.
We are listening to.
Satellite tickets.
Oh, see, Jack Matei. I love it. I love it.
Healed and fixed on the chat.
Ace King versus Pocket Twos is all in. Ace on the flop.
Barney will tell you all about it.
Jack Matei is playing in one of these winner series. I'm not sure which one, unfortunately.
Fish Zero.
Where he jams it.
Super Zero. How are we all doing on this fine Thursday night?
We're racing for a free card here. It turns out he just folds it, so that's okay.
Where I'm at.
But we have a flush draw, so we're raising for a free card. Who cares? You know what I'm talking about.
A lot of poker. However, I have been playing like £10 pub games, so probably picking up some terrible habits along the way. So the nerves are fully back tonight as we play the main event for $1 million as part of this XL Winter Series.
Just fooling around here. Let's pound back the beers. I like it. I like this guy. Outrage. Who else is in here?
People 81. Hello, hello, hello. Do drop a follow on the 888 account right
Barton
here.
Roses is in here.
You can
Lime Ricky,
streams,
Zero
just
Like,
the streams on
2
there.
Fish,
Amazing
Rashad.
people. And these things. We don't talk about it.
Who else do we have in here? Oh,
I love
it's
you,
going
Rob.
back for another
These are
beverage.
awesome.
What is this guy drinking?
He does, I'm sure he does. What we got here? Geedmonus, Gedamonus. By the way, can I just apologise once for the mispronunciation of all of your wonderful usernames? I'm just terrible at pronouncing anything. So we start off with 10,000 chips. Is there a winner?
Jack Matei.
How are we all doing? How are we? 81 of you.
I'm only gonna limp call.
If you're new to me, my name's Jack.
I'm just gonna limp
I'm an
this.
888 Poker ambassador. That does not mean I am good at poker. That means I'm good at waffling while I attempt to play this game we all love and hate at times, but mainly love.
We're not folding here.
Scottish Ducks in the chat. What a name. What a name.
We'll just get out of the way.
3 or 4 hands in, we're yet to play.
Yeah, we have some history here. We've played several times now, so we're going to
Have
give the little bit of berth there for sure.
Good run, as long as I don't do anything silly. I've got plenty of snacks, plenty of drinks. The heater's on in the hotel room. We're in for the long run. So please, poker gods, bless me with some nice cards.
We're going to try and put some action here.
Now, if I get a suited Jack 10 at any point, I'm willing to go big with that because I seem to just always win with that hand.
There's a snap fold there.
Know that saying that now is foreshadowing for something later on this evening.
Okay, let's see what this is over here. Let's get out of the way.
106 people.
We got lots of cards here, so we're just going to call this one off. Lots of cards. I mean, he only had 2.2 bigs, and I'm already in for 1, right? So it's an easy call there. No big deal.
Mikel Antonio how to
What do we got over here?
how to
We're
bake cupcakes. Well, I wasn't teaching him. I was there.
31 out of 60. 25 make the money, so we've got to lose 60% of the field.
We got in a fight with a
Over here, I'm 14 of 54. We've got to lose, again, still 60-ish percent, 58% of the field.
Do we know any of these people?
Ooh,
Says from Ukraine, Krupp from Kyrgyzstan, AC from Play.
what tournament is this?
Play, probably. That's how you pronounce that, isn't it? Ingaru.
I did ask him a question.
Outrage says, how are you doing, Jack? I'm excited for the pod on Monday. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I'm excited to come back as well. We've had a lovely little break over winter, and now we're ready to return. Series 9 of the Happy Hour podcast. If you guys haven't heard the podcast, I'm a big advocate for it. I know I'm a host. I know it's my podcast, but I still recommend it. 610, no.
No for the 610. That's surprising.
Nothing is happening yet.
No, that's not going to cut it. So we're going to lose someone here.
Because there's been no pods. Not angry, just very, very disappointed. Kieran, I am sorry, mate. I am sorry. I can promise you that the podcasts that we have pre-recorded are worth
Just an easy folds all the way around, right? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Bubkiss.
Hope you're good, Jack. You too, Luke Turner. How are you, mate? As I've said on my socials, if we go on to cash at all in this event, which is a huge, monumental if, I will be sharing it with you guys. When's Pacquiao back? Says Denser. Monday, mate. Monday the 22nd.
There's I saw that. When's happy hour back? Okay, so here's the question. Up there, we got
Just gonna take my hoodie off.
kind of catch up a little bit here. Okay, what is that you're drinking? So my question hasn't been asked
Okay, so
and answered yet.
Under the night, we've got. Was that a straddle? Didn't quite see.
15 out of 49.
4 5. I guess if no one else puts chips in, we'll have a little go. But it's a pretty bad hand. How are we all then? How are we all? So, how are you, Denser? So I've taken my hoodie off and 20 seconds.
We're going to make smaller raises here now because we're out of the rebuy period. We're in position. Right, we don't need to make as large raises.
Shed their shell, and as soon as you shed it in like that, they do queue up. Yeah, but luckily.
Salsa Sororis, got a history with this guy. In October last year, he's played 16,000 tournaments, and he's up $4,000 bucks.
We need a free. A little bit of a bluff. Good luck today. Thank you, Peshad. Appreciate you, my man. Or woman.
Now we're gonna chop this up. He's got a deuce.
We want a 3, don't we? We want a 3. It's too early to bluff, though, isn't it, really? Good luck, Jax! It's Gatto Poker. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Chop it up. Exactly. You got a deuce, you got a queen, you get me, but there's no fucking way you have that.
Thank you, guys. You are very early.
Snap call. Who cares? You didn't see that, right?
We've done it. Come on. Right.
Uh,
Bigger, I think.
all right, let's look this guy up as well for the exact same reason. He's going to be a fish on this.
H2O.
No, he's not going to be a fish. He's good. He's just doing the best he can with what he has. Jotov Limos, right?
Big.
Yeah, this
pot.
is exactly what I would expect out of this.
Money. First pot of the night. Thank you.
Sharkasm at 226 tournaments, and he's up a couple bucks. He's up $100, so that's good, right?
Thank you, Doc. Come on. Yeah. Show me the money. Show me the money.
We'll get out of the way of our hand. Pocket fives in the other one. It's a raise, so let's get out of the way.
Beautiful. We got a bit lucky there with the 3 on the river, but we've had bad hands so far, so cannot complain. Katie Waffle is my user. Good evening, good luck everyone. This is Night Shopper. At what point does it get too long in the year where you stop saying Happy New Year to people? 4, 9. First time we've had suited cards. Don't really fancy.
And I think he has Jack 9.
Really fancy it. Currently 13th out of.
No, he doesn't even have Jack. Yeah, Jack 9 from the Big B, from the BB. I do have that right. Okay, from the big blind.
Good feeling. 300. That's going to be an instant fold. Hey guys, good day. Hello, Leo Gigsec. Why have you all got such complicated usernames?
So this is a weak regular is what I'm putting him down as, for a couple different reasons here. We hit it pretty good here, and we have the second nut flush draw, so we have a gut shot, straight, and a flush draw. You should see bet here.
Chat, here's a question for you. I was going to say, what's your favourite hand? But obviously everyone will just say aces. But what's your favourite hand that, like, people would...
You should bet again here. There's no reason not to.
For some reason you just like it. Not trash, but like an underrated... What's an underrated hand for you? Is it like pocket 4s? Do you just have a feeling about Queen 9? What is it? What is it? What snacks you going with? Says Tom Branny. Tom, we've got plenty, mate. We've got plenty. Munchies. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the old munchies. Although I have realised they came with a hole in them, so
That's a pretty good flop.
I'm not sure how hygienic that is.
Try to take a shot at him.
You posted me on your story on Christmas Day and I was gassed.
All right, so he's got 42 to put him over. So this guy's just playing way too big over his head here, right? He gets lucky, he thinks he's good, and then he's down. He's up and he's down, and then he hits the bottom here. He's down 112 bucks. So he's playing way too big, and you can. How do you see that he's playing way too big? Because the down spikes are huge, right? It's not like if you look at mine, it's essentially a level. It shoots up, and then now that my bankroll is about $1,000, it's starting to drop a little bit because I'm buying into larger tournaments up, right? But you want to have that seesaw, or sawtooth, I guess, in the up direction, not the down direction. So he wins 70 bucks here in a deep max. He places third out of 125, and then very quickly he follows up with another third for $150.
But we are currently 12th out of 30. I feel good. I know that I would now.
So just keep going.
Go on, Jack lad. Hello, I play Ford. How are ya?
So that was a good. Let's come back to that because when he flops the jack here, right?
One side, take a chip lead.
It's the other table. My bad. It's on the other table. Let's see what this was again.
It's a nice hand that.
I have 9-10 and he has Jack
I'm just gonna
8.
call, though, I think.
But he's in position, right? So he's ahead the whole way. Just keeps betting the whole way. He's like,
We're just gonna call it.
So I get it. I understand.
Raise here from Ace.
Probably gonna have to be all in on this one.
That. Bad in type and change my keyboard now between work and home. Different bad idea. Okay, we want some people.
I've got a 3 outer over here.
Come on. Oh, lovely flop.
That was a terrible
Lovely flop.
move on my part. I'm not sure what I was thinking just there.
Cool.
This is a check fold hand. My bad.
10 or
Stay focused. Don't get bent out of shape here.
I'm gonna have to call it.
We're just gonna get out of the way of this.
There.
Don't tilt, right? It's important not to tilt.
We've got 5. He could have been chasing the flush as well. Do you think I'll do a big raise here, try to scare him off? Because he's gone a
No.
little bit. Let's go. Do you know what? It might be a little bit too early for this, and it might be silly, but I'm going to raise to 2,000 and hope that it scares him off. Yes, come on.
All right, we're just gonna keep going around the corner here.
Note to self: do not bluff. What are we on? 6. Do not bluff for a while. Do not bluff until 9 p.m.
All right, we're still just going around.
We don't want to do that again.
What was the play over here? It was pocket nines or something with my
Arms
king.
were heavy,
Yeah,
as Eminem
bet.
said. There's vomit on his sweater already. There's no vomit on my sweater, but we were close. We were close. We also have, later on, some salty popcorn. Sweet and salty popcorn.
What is the?
And also some of these new Walkers, the vegan crisps.
I'm gonna
Barbecue
look this other guy.
Very, very good. And when it's a little bit too much.
Edmonton Council passes Buck Pawn encampments with emergency vote. Yeah, what a bunch of soulless council up in Edmonton. You know, I understand breaking down homeless encampments. I get it, I understand that. But to do that in the dead of winter, what a bunch of heartless fucks. That's right, I said it. Anyway, that's not what I was looking for. It was a YouTube.
Ryan Ricky said, I once heard you can stop saying Happy New Year after the first week. But who knows? Who knows? I've been saying that.
We'll get out of the way of this one over here.
What makes me
King 7 offsuit is not going to be good enough.
the beta playing
Old school, hard. Okay, that's not the one we're looking for. This guy is full of shit. It's black, jack, card, counting. That's the guy we're looking for. What's the guy's name? Steve Bridges. Is that him? Is this the English guy that comes to America to count cards? I think that's who this is.
I like Jack 10s. It's so nice to crash a lot of big hands. Jack 7 suited.
Let's pull this guy up because I think, yeah, it is. Okay, Stephen Bridges.
Fair.
That's his name, and he looks just like this guy that we're looking at,
Night shopper.
Jack Mate.
You know what you're doing. I rate that. We've had a good little start here, guys. We've had a good little start. We're in for the long haul, though.
Welcome in, Raiders. Andre Koz is raiding into 888 Poker.
How many people here are huge poker fans? How many people here are happy hour fans? How many people here are neither? Let me know in the chat. I want to know what we're dealing with. I want to know what kind of clientele we're working with tonight. Hopefully you don't do what Stevie does under pressure. What does Stevie do under pressure, JW? Tell me. Bottle it. It was the girls who looked at them. You respond. That was good. That was good. I remember that, Denser. I remember that. That was funny. The whistling thing. Very good. Very good. We had a laugh at Fiona's mum's Christmas dinner. Let me tell you.
I have Pocket King, so this is going to be tough not to have it all in here. Right?
As I said, plenty of giveaways happening tonight in the chat. We've got 10.
This should be a fold here. It's razor fold, right? I put in half of my stack, or just less than half my stack. I'm never folding here. So he has to know I have a big hand.
I missed it.
And I would have turned a full house there, right? So over at the other table, we got Salsa is all in. We have Queen 6. I mean, we can't call Queen 6, right? So we don't care about that. But this is what it is. What's this one over here?
How's everyone's Thursday been? End of the week
I have successfully completed, let's see, 1,500 push-ups, 1,500 sit-ups, and 3,000 flutter kicks. I think Mrs. Frostmage and we are going to dinner with our friends, which is a typical Thursday night thing for us to do. So Monday is pub night. Tuesday, Wednesday, I play World of Warcraft with my friends for raid. Thursday, we go have dinner with these guys, and then depending on the weekend, we also play poker live Friday or Saturday, depending on what's happening with people. So busy social life all the time, every week. We never, other than those 4 things, we're never sure what's happening. Tuesday, while I'm playing with my friends, Mrs. Frostmage likes to go here, this. She likes to go there, do that. On Tuesday and Wednesday, if it works out, it works out. It doesn't, it doesn't. There's a strong possibility I'm going to be all in on this hand as well. Right? If it's fold all the way around, we'll do the same thing. Let's put 6.8. Same thing that we just did to Saw Obama. Same. Now we're going to be all in.
We're in a good place though.
All right, just pair the board. Pair the board. Pair the board. That's not pairing the board, and so we're out of this tournament. All right, who cares? Thanks for lurking here. Thanks for being here. Out in 63 with 63rd place. It is what it is. We've only got 1 tournament left.
I'm calling it.
Oops, this one over here. Don't make the money on that one, unfortunately. We only got 1 left, but it is what it is.
Nothing there. Absolutely nothing. Okay.
Ooh, that was a big grumble. We are hanging out with 888 Poker Dave, so let's see what's happening over here.
Try and scare him off.
I think this guy's not. I think there's some fundamental issues here.
Yes, we take it.
Strategy with what this guy is trying to do here. He's being results oriented, but
I thought Ian did a lot of snacking while streaming, but we have a competitor. No one can out-snack me. Let me tell you, no one can out-snack me. How's it hanging, Jack? Good, Wreck-It. Good. How are you, my friend?
he's playing the 1 million main flight event 34. We're looking for a good hand here. We need to just chunk it in here. 18 make it, and we're in 42 of 45. There's still lots of time here, but we're getting shorter and shorter. So I have to find a hand fairly soon.
Do drop us a follow here on 888 Poker. Plenty.
King 5 is not going to be it, unfortunately, but
If I do say so myself, not my streams, but the other ambassadors, the other talent, real talent that stream here every single day.
I may be gone by the time you get back, young sir. Okay, so dinner tonight. That's the point of dinner
I've not
tonight.
even shown you all the snacks, so if Ian wants to come and try and my turf in regards to the snack game, I've not shown you everything.
So I've tried to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 200 leg flutters every day.
Melon medley,
I think on the start is to do
an array of different melons.
36,500 push-ups this year. So I've missed 3 days because I wasn't feeling very well. So I owe
I forget.
300. I think I will do another 100 tonight with Mrs. Frostmage in a couple hours from now.
Popcorn.
We'll see how it goes.
And then this little bad boy, mini eggs chopped cake, of which there are 6. We love it. We all hate poker, that's why we're here, says Pashan. I like that. I like that. Both Happy Hour fan. Played against you in Saturday League just before Christmas. You beat us 10-1.
Ace 10. There's a strong possibility I'm going to be all in on this.
10-1.
Oh, different because I have few
I
chips.
scored in that game, a play forward. Just before Christmas, you beat us 10-1.
All right, so this is the ISO. So this is going to be a big hand here. This could be it. This is it, boys and girls. Going to have to hit 3 outer.
I'm a 25 thing Congratulations, everybody.
3-outer to win.
Fan. Wow. That's going back many years. Licking batteries. I rate you. I appreciate you.
Could be out here right now, boys and girls.
It's a shame that the stream is on a delay, but such is the nature with poker streams. You get people
I will be ending the stream at the end of this. So we got 3 outs. That's what I said, right? 3 outs to hit. 3-outer.
they try and get
A 6.
same table as you.
No, that's not it.
They might know
And that's it.
play
That's all we
against,
wrote.
and then they just
Out in 43rd place today.
and you don't stand a chance. So
that's right.
unfortunately, the delays have the big
Day 1. This is event 6. I forgot to update how many people. There's 119 people in this tournament. And it finished in 43rd. All right. That's it. That's all we wrote.
Run it is gone.
I'm winning in 1 tournament today, so got to do some work, I guess.
I can't remember. I think
Thanks for being here, guys. You could have been anywhere you wanted.
because I just didn't really understand what I was doing.
Anything you wanted, but you decided to be here. You decided to spend your time here, and I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Love your comments. Love hanging out with you guys. I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a great night. See you later. Bye.